Yes, hello there, everybody. This is John Russell. I'm stuck at home. I'm here in my basement, and alongside with me is from her mansion, or should I say acreage, or should I say estate, in
Yes.
somewhere in remote Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Is probably one of the most, I will say, funniest and most beloved members of the Minneapolis comedy community, Wendy Mayberry, who was also my day job boss. So,
Planting seeds there. Planting seeds, John.
It's like some people are saying, you're kissing up, dude. But it's like, yeah, I am. But Wendy already knows how awesome I feel to work for her. But in this time of uncertainty, one of the things that I'm really good at is doing interviews and that type of thing. So that's what I'm trying to do every day at 1:00. And I've got a pretty good little string of them lined up now. I'm going to interview somebody that I know, that's a comedian that I like, that I think will be positive to talk to about stuff. And one of the things that I know about Wendy is that you've started doing little short live Facebook things, haven't you?
Yes, I have. My son and I have started going on live because we're stuck at home as well. And we thought, why not? And I also am trying really hard to launch. I've been photographing kids for a really long time, and cell phones are really awesome. So I'm trying to launch a course on photographing your kid with your cell phone. So I figured in order to get people excited about that, I would start doing more videos about it. So that's what we're doing.
One of the other yeah, there you go. One of the other things that I saw that now, and I will say this too, you did my headshots, which I need to have updated at some point because my hair is different. But I was very, very happy with it. So if you need headshots, look up Wendy. Also, look her up because I got to tell you, you're going to just have fun watching her little Facebook lives because it's just, she's great. And I don't mean that in a, I don't. It's just like when I wake up and here you're either live or you've just done one. And I'm like, I got to see that. That's going to be fun. It usually is. But I don't like to talk on it.
I got some comments this morning, too. One of my friends is like, this is so much fun to see every day. And I'm like,
my mom is, now I guess. Look at, so Wendy, there's my mom. She's anxious.
Mary.
She's anxious.
Hi.
Yeah, and there's my sister. Hi, big brother. Thanks. Okay, so if you're watching and you want to pop something up, go ahead. But don't be rude because I'm not going to put up with it.
Nobody's rude.
Yeah,
Mary, I'm going to tell Mary really fast. You raised an amazing son. What a good guy. I'm a big fan. So good job, Mary. You need to write your tips on how to raise a nice guy. So that us women, I have a little guy to make sure. Nice to see you too. Troy means you, John, actually.
No, she means you.
So that mom's like, okay, well, mom's like, you know how to raise such nice guys because John's really extraordinary. He makes a point to almost every day text me thank you for the job, and that's really cool.
Well, it's okay, now knock this shit off. So here's the thing. But one of the things that you do that I saw that I think is going to be really funny, and I certainly would never allow you to do this to me, but you're also helping jazz up people's dating profiles.
Yes. So are you dating, John?
No.
No, you are, because we talked about this like a year ago, and you are mad. You were having better success than I've ever had online. Because you're talking, you've got on mad dates. Remember when we did the live from my garage, and you told us all the dates you've been going on?
No, that was the stories. That was the horror stories. No. At my age, here's the thing.
Your age to take it for good because everybody's round one is like gone or dying, John. Get back out there.
Well, but here's the thing. It's like but they're very picky because they had somebody nice, right? And now it's like the dregs. And now there's so many bots. I get asked, a bot likes me. I'm like, I love your. It's like I love your command of the Russian language. I literally use Google Translate and wrote back to one in Russian.
Yeah, I've done that too.
And guess what? She responded. So it's like, what the, come on, this is BS. But anyway, so you've got some people that have already had interest in you jazzing up their dating profiles. I think that's awesome.
I have. I'm excited. I'm going to try and go live this afternoon. I'm going to try and convince my best friend to do it with me. He's got a different perspective on dating because he does it from the guy's side, and he's also quite successful. And and basically, we have photos. So we're going to look at their photos and their description because it's a two-part deal, right? Like, generally you get excited about seeing their photo, and then once you read, either cements the deal where you swipe left or right or start a conversation, or you can move on. So one thing I've been telling everyone is to save something for the date, because there are some guys out there that write everything you need to know about them and that person. And then why am I going on a date with you? I already know all the things. So I think it's good to wait.
Makes perfect sense. And I'll look forward to doing that. What time are you planning on doing that, or do you have any scheduled time?
What time are we going to do that? Later today.
Okay, later. That's
building suspense. Sure.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Seriously, find Wendy's page on Facebook and watch it. Because, like, for me, me doing this every day at 1:00 is really good for me, because I bet it is. Well,
structure is really good for you. You know, when you have all this time without stuff to do, your brain starts going down the hill, and then you find yourself not bathing till right before you have to be on with Facebook Live. Although I've done a couple without a shower, and then I go later. Yeah, that wasn't a wise choice. And it also helps to stay connected. So I think I've told Grayson's friends, the parents of Grayson's friends, my son, who's out of kindergarten, if you guys want to FaceTime or do lives, let's do it and stay connected with each other so you don't feel so alone out there. Are you alone? Or are you with somebody? You have people over there, right?
Yeah, there are other people that are like, I have, yeah. So my situation, for those that don't know, and this is the truth. When I sold my house in Rochester, I had literally 2 weeks to find a place to live. So I moved in with my son and his two friends from high school, and got a room in the basement. And over the course of time, my son now I have two grandkids. He lives in his own house. My other son moved in for a period. There were some other roommates, and now it is me in my room with my landlord, who is still Dan's friend from high school, his girlfriend, and her two kids. So they call me the cat. Yeah, well, maybe. They call me the cat because they never know when I'm coming or going. So yeah,
I like it.
But yeah, I mean,
belly rubs before you swipe.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Okay,
that's kind of a hairy belly. It's not a kitty belly. No. You may be asking yourself if you watched me yesterday, and Wendy, you don't see me with other than reading glasses very often. So in the COVID-19 world, I got pink eye.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. And so I was over visiting the grandkids on Sunday, and apparently I was not washing my hands enough. But
just have them put some breast milk in it.
Yeah, I heard that's a rumor.
That's what moms think all the time. Just put some breast milk in it. Broken bone, breast milk.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
I feel like you can do that. You're not going to take the bait. You can add that to your dating profile. Hey, I've got pink eye. Can you just come over and give me a...
Yeah. Looking for a single mother who is available to donate breast milk. That would go over.
You need to be fresh from the tap. Just give it a squirt. That'd be awesome. That'd be a story.
Please.
God, think of the story.
It would. Well, you know what? It'd get me in jail. It would put me right in jail. But anyway.
So tell me, how are you dealing with our whole break from comedy?
Well, it's weird. I had stuff scheduled. I actually had scheduled myself to work at the airport this weekend because they didn't have any shows. So I'm gonna go and get paid. But I had last night, somebody asked me if I wanted to go do a show at a casino on the 27th of March. And I'm like, I got to think they're going to be closed. But the other part of it is that I, with our day job, don't know what was going to happen. So we may be doing something. We may not be doing something. I'm from the basement, Haji. Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. Where are you from, buddy? We get people from all over watching because cool. I don't know. Yesterday I played a musical instrument for a little bit, so that was good.
You did.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to break it out?
What do you play?
I play a little device called the automaton, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Seen one of these?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm pretty good at it, but I don't like to. It's like it's more just for me. I don't like to perform publicly too much. But I know I have.
Next time we go to a major city, you need to just put a hat out and play that on the street corner just to see what happens. I will video it.
That'd be good. That'd be fine. I just need to make sure I can get that through TSA. Because it looks like it could be a BOMB. But anyway, so you're now. I saw this morning. You got a neat packet from your son's school as far as how to help you.
I'm not really emotional about it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's really cool that they went to all that work.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I mean, there's physical activities, there's de-stressing activities, as well as all the regular subjects. I thought it was really thoughtful and really, really sweet. And then I was telling someone about how I was really moved, and they looked at me like, "You're just an idiot." And I'm like, "No, it's great." So the principal actually reached out to me earlier, and I told her how much I appreciated it, and she was like, "Yeah, well, we care about your kids." So I thought that was really nice. It's nice to feel like sometimes we convince ourselves that everyone other than us is not going to take care of our kid, or that if it weren't for us, no one would take care of your kid. And it's nice to have evidence that other human beings care very much about the kids in their community and will do things to help them. And that I was just, really moved by it.
Well, I have to say also, when you post videos and pictures of Grayson, it makes me laugh as much as my own grandkids and nieces, because he's a pretty funny little character, isn't he?
He really is, and he definitely wants an audience. That thing today where he said, "I can't go to school alone," and started bringing friends and brought stuffed animals and sat them at the table. But what I didn't tell anybody yet was we actually just had to, and he goes, "Well, I've got to bring my school friends with me." And I'm like, "Okay, fine, throw them in the car." And he's like, "Well, we need snacks for the class." And I'm like, and he goes, "There's 6 of us." And I'm like, "Okay." So I put 3 granola bars, and I'm like, just split them in half. Well, I looked at the back seat, and he's eating all of them. And I'm like, "Hey, those are for your classmates." And he's like, "They're not real, Mom." I'm like, "Then why am I making snacks for everybody?" So
I love it.
He definitely, he's a character.
I love it. Gosh, I'm trying to think. There was something else I was going to ask you. I this is just, as I mentioned, and people, I do this more for my own mental health, so I got something to do. I'm not trying to, if people watch it, I love it, but it's more just for me. And I mean that in the non-comedy way.
Yeah, I'm sure our friends are catching the replay, like Rick and this bird.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see the bird?
Yeah, bring the bird in. Oh, a blue parakeet.
And now suddenly quiet. Yep.
That is a sweet parakeet.
And they're quiet.
We used to. Well, he's camera shy.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, and I've said this like the past couple days. I've been doing this for a while in different forms. I do a show about pro wrestling with one of my buddies every Tuesday night, and I wear a mask because.
By the way, that's
pardon
pro
me?
Wrestling stuff. That's
yeah,
pro wrestling stuff too.
So It has and it hasn't. I mean, I think things are weird. The last two shows they've performed with no audience, which is kind of weird. And then they show some replays. But I mean, ultimately, if it's less than 10 people or less than 50, depending on whether you listen to the White House or the CDC, at some point it's like you can only have 10 people to use. So it's kind of weird. The big thing that they do is WrestleMania, which they've been doing for 36 years, and they've canceled it. So, well, they haven't canceled it; they moved it to another spot. But anyway, so yeah,
the best joke I heard about that on the internet this week has been, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. You can only bring 9 other people. Maybe. Sorry. Just me. Sorry. Only the first 9.
I don't know if you saw Craig Allen's. He says, "I just keep writing COVID-18 on my checks."
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought that was pretty good. Craig's at Korea, but yeah. So tomorrow I have Kristen Anderson.
That'll be fun. I'm gonna watch.
There you go.
You guys aren't
on Friday I have. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was saying you got to do the whole team, but go ahead. On Friday, who do you have?
I'm going to try to do, I do as many as I can. Friday, I have Logan Nielsen, who I've talked with you about. He's really funny. He's a good friend of mine, living down in northern Iowa now, but spent a lot of time in Chicago. Monday, I have Joe Tanner, the Lowry mailman, as everybody knows. He'll be coming on with me. And then on Tuesday, I don't know. I haven't talked with him. Other than the fact that, because a lot of people are approaching me now that they want to do this, which I think is awesome because, I'm shy. And then I have Andy Fisher on Tuesday, and I haven't gone a whole lot further than that. Mark Poulos has a standing invitation to do this at any time that it works out for him. Of course, he and I. Oh, my God. It's funny because the last time that he and I went and did a show, we drove up to Brimley, Michigan, and so that's a long drive, and so we're talking to each other about our stock market stuff. Like, so we use this app called Stash, where you can buy fractionally stocks. Yeah. By the way, use it now because, well, it's this low. Buy a bunch of stuff. $5. Every stock is a penny stock now, but. We were talking about, my stock went down this, and I was like, I haven't talked with him since it dumped, so it's like, oh my God, our $60 is now $4, or whatever it is. But it'll all come back. Whether it comes back before I'm dead or not, I don't know, but so let's see what else is going on. I don't know. You made mention. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it. I know you've been working and editing on a certain piece of.
I don't have a release date yet, but it looks like it's actually going to happen sometime soon. I'm really excited. Hi, Carol. I recorded that thing a while ago, and then through a series of my life, it just got pushed back for various reasons. So I'm really, really hoping now would be a great time to have something online people could buy. Seeing as I'm a single mom and, most of my revenues of income have been hit by this deal, it would be great to have an ability for people to support me that way. So hopefully it will happen soon. I don't have any final time right now. And I don't want to spook anybody out.
Are you allowed to say who your record label is?
I think so, because I've already told people. I got lucky enough, and I'm grateful to be signed by Stand Up Records, which is
good. Dan's awesome.
Dan is awesome, and he's Minneapolis-based. And what's great about Dan is he has so many deep connections in the industry with people reviewing albums, and but everything's on its head right now. It's crazy. So. But if you're ever going to launch anything, having him in your corner, having him behind it is huge because it's a really respected label. There's lots of really amazing artists that are on there. So I feel really lucky to be in their company. So we recorded an album a while ago, and it looks like it's going to, everything has track titles now. It's for moving toward being done.
Where'd you record that, by the way? Where did you
Joke
record it at?
Joint.
Joke
The
Joint.
Joke Joint?
Oh, yeah.
I know. Yeah, the Joke Joint was one of my favorite clubs in Lilydale, which even people who live in Minnesota somehow never could figure out where Lilydale was. It's 8 miles from America in a strip mall, and it was a really cool building. If you never got to go, it was very westerny, like Little House on the Prairie, 1970s version of 1800, right? Wasn't it? Like just really. And anyway. Ken and Becky Reed owned the Joke Joint, and then also Rachel Wegschleid later, and I recorded there. And the Joke Joint used to have a open, as you know, John, used to have a workshop there where you could go workshop your jokes. People would either be really helpful or really not helpful, as comedians could be. But I really miss that. I feel like it was a great thing for us to have, a place to bounce off jokes and ideas on each other. And they are largely responsible for me sticking with stand-up because they were so encouraging in the beginning of my career, and still, but I mean, in the beginning, it was a really big deal to have somebody believe in you.
Well, let's be honest.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, let's be honest. You know, the encouragement is great, but you know, that's my sister. She thinks she's funny. Actually, Wendy, you and my sister are very similar, except she has 2 idiot kids running around. Your kid's not an idiot, neither are hers, but she does the same kind of stuff that you do with your kids with hers. I see videos from her all the time, with particularly my nephew Don, who has got a screw loose. But no, I was going to say it's great that they encourage you, but you know, just my observation, you are one of those people that is just naturally funny, because just in conversation you crack everybody up, like when we would go to our group dinner, which I already miss. I mean, it's just like everybody's in stitches, and it's like I like it because I just sort of you know, sit there, and then I can flop one in there, and then I can get out of the way. So
yeah, well, it was beautiful while it lasted. Hopefully it'll last a little bit longer, our ability to work together. But definitely that was one of my favorite things too, was to hang out with so many funny people. I think there's certain people when you're around, you just feel funnier. And there's people that just suck the life out of you. So I don't know if you saw that Uncle John is a dog butt, but apparently your mean thing that you said about your nephew has now come back to haunt you.
As I said, I don't like to put up things like that if everybody wants to see it. There we go. See,
I didn't know you could pick and choose them. I thought
that
was
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, hey Laura, you're lucky
I can put up. Hey, well, that's okay. See, you're learning the technology. Hey, Grayson.
That's actually Ansel.
My gosh, Grace.
Oh, it's not. There's
Grayson. Grayson. Glad to see you, boys. Do my friends know what I did to you as a child? Yeah, okay. So my sister wants you to know that I broke her arm.
Wow, I cut my brother with a knife.
So who's really worse, Laura? Huh? Who's worse?
I don't know. How long was she in a cast?
I don't know.
And I'm sure you broke her arm by accident. I actually meant to cut my brother.
See, there you go. There you go. So, and a lot of people that like my friends, people who are watching, you're my friends. Please, I'm going to encourage you again. Go and find Wendy's webpage.
Yeah, it's Wendy Maybury. I didn't say my last name on the video, but it's Maybury. It's not obvious. You are welcome to Facebook friend me, and if you turn into a jerk, I'll silence you. But otherwise, come on in. The water's fine. Do you snooze people, John, or do you unfriend them?
No.
You don't unfriend them, or
is that a good thing?
Thank you, Laura. Do you want to poke your head in, Ansel, and say hi? There you go.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Are you eating anything in that bread, or just bread?
Bread sandwich. That's always good.
It's off the rails over here. I am savage like Lizzo. Oh, great. Your sister is something else. Is she older or younger than you?
She is the youngest. I am the oldest. Oh my God.
Hey, Alice. We're on the
Carol,
internet live. Do you say hi?
Carol, I got to tell you, Wendy, Carol, I met in Kenosha, Wisconsin, at a show, and she and her husband were there, and she and I talked about healthcare, which is what I was doing before. I'm very happy to see you again, Carol. Thanks for joining us. Lacey, want to come, Brenna? Blame it on you. I see. This is what happens. This is what happens. It all gets out of control for me. I don't know how to do to stop.
I'm having the background, so I don't know how many comedians have had a parade of children. Here, Grace, can you come say hi and tell about your schoolmates?
Rick Logan was showing us his dog and his cat, so that works out.
That's John. You know John?
Hi, Grayson. You
Hi.
don't. You know what? It's been a long time since I've seen you in person. Probably you were. Gosh, how old are you now?
6.
6. You were probably 3 the last time I saw you.
Probably. You need a tissue, sir.
I think the last time I saw him was over at one of those New Hope cinema picnic things.
Probably. I used to bring him. When he was a baby, I would bring him all the time to shows because I didn't always have a sitter, and I would bring him to open mic. When he was little and in the carrier, I had him in a show all the time. He'd just sit in the back while I did my set. So, okay,
Yeah.
we'll eat it.
Yeah. You get him up to be 7, 8, he can sell your merch.
There you go. Exactly. But for a while there, he was like, so our friend Andy Brundelson, who's really awesome, runs a show called the Monday Night Comedy Show, which I'm sure is also suspended at this time, sadly. And Andy used to tell me, just bring Grayson to the show. And then I went on stage one time and I could smell the recreational usage of vegetation. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need to have a kid in this show at a bar. I'm probably going to get people called on me. So he's kind of had a hiatus from going to shows. I did take him I did a show at a sober church in St. Paul. And it's really, because those people are actually, I wonder what's happening with those guys, because they're very huggy. Because it's like a sober church. And those guys are all over each other, hugging and smooching. And I thought, I wonder if they're passing all the germs around. Anyway, after I got off stage, I had him with me to get paid, and all these people were like, "We heard all about you," and they were like grabbing him and hugging him and treating him like he was a rock star. He was just like, he was pretty. Wow. It was too much. So sometimes I realize that I talk about Grayson a lot in my comedy, and then people feel like they know him, but for him, he's very social and outgoing. But strangers coming up and hugging on him is a lot for a 5-year-old.
Yeah. Nice mustache there, baby.
I know that's a headshot right there.
I know. It's pro headshot. Well, we've been on a half hour. I know you have teaching duties to get back to, my friend. I really appreciate you coming on with me.
Your chat too. Hey, call him. Call me, okay?
Who? Mo?
Maybe. Hey, John, I miss you very much. I just want to tell you how nice it is to see you.
You too, and I'm going to try to get everybody on here. And the fact is that I can get up to 6 people on here at once, so it might be fun to see how many crew we could get together too, and that type of thing. But anyway, I have to say again, anybody that's watching, please look up Wendy Mayberry online on Facebook. If you want to track her down in my friends list, I guess that's okay with me. I don't know if it's okay with her, but it really doesn't make any difference at this point.
I can handle it.
All right.
Embrace modern technology. All right, John. Talk to you later.
Wendy, awesome. Take care. Tomorrow at 1:00, Kristen Anderson. We will see you all then.